what would you think of a fight between you and Spence? Because he's not going to fight Charlo if he were to come out that you guys fight, but he'd probably love to fight you if you become undisputed at 50.
Oh yeah, man, I would love to fight Spence, man. That'd be like this.
Right, you meet him head on.
Yeah, that'd be two guys going straight at it. That'd be a very interesting fight for myself.
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy back again. Marlo Knows Basketball and Marlo Knows Boxing. Back at y'all with another one. This boy Errol Spence, man. He really won his get back against Terrence Crawford, man. I respect him, man. I respect the dog in him. I respect the fighter in him. But I don't feel like that's the best move for him right now, man. I really don't feel like that's the best move. Errol Spence, of course, took probably the worst beating that I've seen a top 5 pound-for-pound fighter take since Mike Tyson got beat up in his first fight against Evander Holyfield. He took a really bad beating in that fight. Errol Spence did. Errol Spence gets an immediate rematch with Terrence Bud Crawford. I mean, he's gonna end up looking like this again. I mean, it's one thing that's more embarrassing than getting beat up in front of the world, getting beat, look like to an inch of your life, almost killed in the ring, damn near. The only thing worse than that is to have it happen twice, back to back. And he needs to fight a couple other guys. I mean, if he wants that rematch down the line, if Bud is still around, and if the fans are calling for the fight, which, right now nobody wants to see that fight, then maybe down the line, after a couple of impressive wins, maybe people might want to see it in the future, but I just don't see it right now. All I see is Errol Spence ending up looking like this again. This is what Errol Spence should be looking at. This is what he should be looking at. The fight coming up this weekend, October 14th, Tim Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza. Tim Tszyu, of course, the son of the great Costa Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? Everybody remember Costa Tszyu being a big name in the 140-pound division back in the early 2000s, late 90s, and having probably the most funniest knockout we ever saw. Still to this day, Costa Tszyu, Tim Tszyu's dad, probably the funniest knockout I ever seen in my life. It's pure comedy. I've never seen anything like this. He knocked Zab Judah out twice. He knocked him out. He got up and then he fell out again. Said something crazy to the referee. Don't nobody know what he said. He said, "You better stay off my face," and fell right back out. Funniest knockout I ever seen. I love Zab Judah, but I had to throw that in there. It has me cracking up every single time I watch it. But bottom line is, my man Derrick James got to do a better job, man. He got to do a better job, man. We ain't looking too good out here. The team ain't looking too good out here, man. You got Charlo in the ring running from Canelo, covering up when he didn't even try to win the fight. You had Anthony Joshua in his last fight, didn't look too good until he pulled out the knockout at the end. You had Frank Martin in his last fight, didn't look good until he rallied in the 12th round and got the knockdown, which really saved him from losing. And then, of course, Errol Spence got destroyed, man. Destroyed, demolished. Derrick James, man, you got to advise your boy, man. He does not want this rematch. You don't want the rematch. I mean, after everybody watched that, man, everybody sees that styles make fights. Errol Spence's style is tailor-made for Terrence Bud Crawford. Tailor-made. Styles make fights, man. Just like back in the day, man, when Joe Frazier fought George Foreman. They could have fought 100 times. It's going to go the same exact way every single time, bro. It's going to go the same way every single time. I don't know why Joe Frazier wanted a rematch. Like, you literally ran from this man. He had to chase you down. He ran. I mean, styles make fights, man. But Joe Frazier is still one of the greatest of all time. And Spence can also still be one of the greatest of all time. I'm an Errol Spence fan, man. Errol Spence is my favorite fighter. Still my favorite fighter, even after the beating that he took. It's just styles make fights, man. His style is tailor-made for Terrence Bud Crawford. If he fights him again, the same thing gonna happen again. He gonna end up looking like this. And as an Errol Spence fan, as a huge Errol Spence fan, I don't want to see that happen to him anymore. It's time to go in a different direction. And Derrick James should be telling Errol Spence, this is the direction that we are going in. Tim Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza. Errol Spence should challenge the winner. The winner will be the WBO 154-pound champion. Errol Spence beats the winner of this fight. He's a 2-division champion. Bam, there you go. You right back on track to becoming a Hall of Famer if you're not already. But that's just my 2 cents on it, man. That's the direction that I would like. As an Errol Spence fan, that's the direction that I would like to see his career going. I don't want to see him get beat up by Terrence Bud Crawford again, because if he goes in there and gets destroyed by Bud Crawford again, he might as well just retire. Career over. And he's only 33 years old. He's still got a few more years left in his prime. I would say possibly 4 to 5 more years left. So, but other than that, man, that's all I got for y'all for right now, man. Again, this is Marlo Knows Basketball, Marlo Knows Boxing. And I'll catch y'all on the next video. On to the next.